It is a cold morning, Mod and Pop Thrift. I bought this. It's a blanket. It's obviously new in package, but the package is torn. I think I paid 50 cents. Whatever it was ridiculously cheap. I think it was 50 cents for this. It sold this morning for that amount of money. I want to say like $18, $19 plus shipping. In this drawer, there are some little pieces, these right here, that go to, like, they were on the back of a CB that I sold for parts. And I thought these would make it hard to ship, so I pulled them off, and then I was like, wait a minute, they have markings. I looked them up, and they listed them, and they sold for this amount of money. I want to say like 26, maybe $26.99 free shipping. So in this box, we have something that maybe you guys don't realize can sell, and it didn't sell for much, but it did sell. Not used underwear, vintage underwear. These sold for $12.99. The package isn't super good. They're from 1997, and they are they're not made in the US. And so the made in the US ones that would be a little bit older would do really well. This could have been double that money. But I paid 50 cents for these at a yard sale. And this is no doubt my biggest sale of the day. This is I actually dumpster dived this case out of the back of GameStop. But down here in my personal collection, this Metroid, this sold for $189. It is in really nice shape considering what it is. The silver cases tend to do well. They're older games. This seal being white means it's not going to be a 5-screw. Sometimes, I won't go into all of that, but sometimes this seal will be a circle, not an oval, and it's clear on the inside. And you need to make sure if you're buying boxed games that the seal on the game and the cartridge match, because otherwise they're not the same version. And people who are hardcore collectors, it makes a lot of difference. But this I've had for a couple of years. I got the game for like $12. And then I went and bought the box, and I felt like I was crazy for buying the box for 45 bucks. And then I'm not going to play this $200 worth. So somebody who wants it in Australia for $189 plus shipping on the global shipping program can take it off my hands and enjoy it. And then our next item is here. This is a bubble blower. Bear and Santa Claus. I paid $5 for the pair at a middle of the springtime garage sale, and they sold for I think $50 plus shipping. Maybe it was free shipping. I'll put it up. These are from 1994, so they're vintage. They're I don't know if they're new in box or if they're used in box. The boxes aren't in fantastic condition, but cool. They're vintage, they were cheap, and they sold. The next item is clear down here in T11, and it is this straw keeper. I did not comp this when I picked it up. I thought it was better than it was. I paid $2.50 for it. It ended up selling for like $7 plus shipping. When I saw what the comps actually were on it, I thought, well, I'm just going to list it to sell so that it moves. It's dated 1992. So I'd hoped that it would do fairly well. It sold quick, but I didn't make any money. I mean, I wasn't holding out hope to make a fortune, but I did think it would be $15 or $16 plus shipping, not $7 plus shipping. And ultimately, I guess I did make some money, like $3 or $4, and it didn't last for very long. So I don't think I'd buy it again, but I'm not hurt feeling about it. And way up here in L44, we have a movie poster. A couple of movie posters. What size is this damn thing? XL. Dang it. Desiree could have worn that today. This one These are the same poster. This one's in terrible shape, so I didn't even list it. I'm just gonna keep it and put it up. This one is in better shape, but not great shape. I paid $1 a piece for a couple of movie posters at a yard sale. It was the end of summer. I mean, it wasn't super long ago. And the Demolition Man one sold for $12.99, and this one sold for $15.99. And then the other one I'm gonna keep. This is another one of those things I bought without comping. I assumed it would have some value. It sold for $5.99 free shipping. I know that I paid $1 for it, so I might not make any money on this, and I absolutely wouldn't even list it again. But it's been listed for so long I forgot I still had it. So it's sold, and I'm shipping it. Sometimes you just take the L and move on. In this tote down here somewhere, I have a shirt that is from a local baseball team series that I always do fairly well with, because that's not it. I thought that one was it. Hold on a minute. There it is. This is Mark Grace in a Peoria Chiefs uniform. These were released in like 2001 or something, and it's a bunch of Hall of Famers who have played for the Peoria Chiefs. I had Albert Pujols and Ryan Sandberg and Mark Grace. I didn't realize how bad of condition this one is in. It's got like stains all over it. Let me point you right at the sun to make it hard to see anything. And so I listed it for $5-6 plus shipping because I knew somebody would want it, even though it's not in great shape. And the last thing is in this box right here, B99. I was thinking it was the only thing in the box. It is not. So it's these 31 of these different kind of noisemaker things. Not the Walkman, and it's not these puffer things. And it's 31 of them. I paid 10 cents a piece for them. So I'm $33.10 into them. And I've got, they sold for $17.99 plus shipping. All right, guys, well, that is all that I have to ship today. That's everything that's sold. So I'm going to get that stuff shipped. I'm going to have another cup of coffee. And perhaps we'll see you on the next one. I'm necessarily planning on filming this evening, but this just showed up in the mail. And it's something that I wanted to show you guys and let you know what I think. I'm an idiot, and I'm going to have to block out my information that is on here. I ordered poly mailers. Yay! I wonder if this says what I paid for them. It doesn't. I can tell you I paid 35 cents a piece for them, which is about twice what I normally pay. Compostable mailers. So I've been thinking about doing this for a while. And so this time I did, and I thought I'd make a review video. I have heard that compostable mailers are stinky. I don't have a super strong sense of smell. It's just something in my family we don't have. Like, there's a lot of stuff I just don't smell. There's an odor. I'll have my wife smell them and make sure they don't. I don't want to ship somebody a shirt in something that smells gross. In the bag smells gross. I don't notice even sticking my face in it, anything horribly offensive. I mean, plastic bags don't smell great. Mini Living compostable mailers. Minimizing impact necessary. So these are compostable poly mailers. It feels a little softer than plastic. It looks like plastic, but it's not. It's made of materials that are completely compostable. Whoever sent you this cares about the earth, and we know you do too. Don't let your kid play with it like a toy and suffocate, because it will act like a plastic bag in that way. Home compost, Austria TUV. So then the other thing that's smart about these is they have two So if I use this one every time, then the person who gets it tears it on this line and they can reuse it by folding this one over. And that's not totally unique to this, but it does make this both reusable and compostable. My concern was durability. Is it gonna smell funny? And is it gonna hold up? Are my products gonna be more subject to abuse because the poly mailer, like a shirt, I mean, it's not gonna be abused, but if something happens, is that gonna, and I mean, I'm pressing through it and it is stretching, but not anymore. Now I'm tore. I would say it's it feels softer somehow than normal plastic, but I don't think it's, I mean, it's not, it's maybe a little bit less resilient, but I think it's probably a good way to go. They do cost, this particular one cost almost exactly twice as much as I normally pay, but for, I mean, I'm normally paying 17 cents a piece. So to pay 30 cents a piece for these, I don't feel like it's making, it's not making as much of an impact on my bottom line as it is making a positive impact. So if, like me, you were thinking about compostable mailers and you had been hesitant because you'd heard bad things, I would say at least this one seems to be resilient as it needs to be, doesn't really smell, and isn't a huge cost difference. I mean, it's not like I'm paying $1 a piece for them. I'm paying 33 cents for a 10 by 13 rather than 17 cents. And I guess over the course of years, but then they're not going to end up in the ocean. They're not going to last forever. The chances are good they'll get sent to the landfill the same as everything else, but they won't last 200 years in a landfill. They'll be better. Let me know what you think. I'm using compostable mailers at least until I get through this 100, and we'll see how it goes. Curious. This one, this one, the mailer that they sent it in doesn't seem to be the same material. I think it probably is compostable. It doesn't say that it is. Fun fact, our packaging is also compostable. Okay. So, yeah. I figured it would be. It didn't make sense to not. Shelf life, 9 months of optimal performance. Keep in a cool, dry place. Cool and dark place. To avoid danger of suffocation, keep out of reach of children. So that's something to think about. I'm going through, this is 100 poly mailers. I'm sending 3 or 4 a day. So maybe they'll last me 3 times, or 100 divided by 3 is 33 days. You know, even if I'm being a little generous, they might last me 2 months. Generous to my sales. So that would be a drawback a little bit. You don't buy 2,000 of them and they're gonna sit on a shelf and start deteriorating on the shelf. But if their shelf life is only 9 months, that's way better for what it is. Anyway. I was curious about this. I thought I'd buy them and talk to you guys about them. Let me know what you think. I'm going to have another cup of coffee, and perhaps we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Means a lot.